coming to you live via the interwebs, riding on the backs of 3,000 cats per second. You're watching Ben Live. Hello there, YouTubes. The periscopes can already see me. You see the new fixture here on the desk. Probably going to have to get used to seeing that guy. Got our live stream from the mobile mounted to the desk. For funsies, why not? We're going to have a fully engaged social media team here. Then we should be using things like Periscope. Apparently, instant live stream is the direction that the social media networks want to go. So, I like that. We're into video here, especially live video, right? Yeah. So let's do that. In case you're not familiar, I am, in fact, at Ben McNulty. Okay? I'm your growth hacker. And I hope you're tuning in today on BenLive.tv. Or maybe you're on Periscope. Maybe you don't know what Ben Live is. Today's broadcast, I'm going to break it up. Going to do some segments, a series of shorts. Actually, as what I've called it. We're on episode 33, a series of shorts. Now, if you're joining us in recorded time, what you're going to want to do is look at some sort of playlist. Because what I'm going to do today is I'm going to answer the who, the what, the whens, the wheres, and the why for Ben Live. And I'm going to have those packaged videos. We're looking at maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know, maybe even closer to 5. The when is kind of a quick one. I don't know. We'll see what they end up being. I'm just going to let the content dictate the length of the videos, but we're going to keep them mostly short. So it's going to be a series of shorts today. I'm not just going to do the regular 9 till noon, 3-hour morning broadcast that we like to do, because I think it's more fun for the audience to have some bite-sized chunks of Ben Live. Something that you can share. This is eventually going to be the basis for the About page on the Node.js rebuild of the domain that is happening right now locally. You're going to see that live. In fact, if you're following along in GitHub, you can see some of the, I think there is a Node.js web server available right now. But moving forward, you're going to see a lot more of the local Node.js built backend. And obviously, some HTML5 and CSS3 framework is going to start to be placed on there. So again, today we're just doing a series of shorts. So not a typical broadcast, not the usual 3-hour broadcast. Going to do more explanatory videos because we're just building out the About Me page. But this is Ben Live. I broadcast live to the internet, publicly accountable, happening in real time, gives you sort of an authentic, genuine feel that you can't get if someone's not looking at you. Hi, Periscope. If someone's not looking at you dead on and telling you that, hey, I'm a real person. These are real things we're talking about doing. You think they're probably just trying to sell to you. And although there are things for sale here, my life hours primarily, and the content created therein, try to think about us more as the home office studio, with the home being first, and then office, and then studio, right? So essentially, human being, I have a need for resources, keep the priorities straight, that sort of thing. Home life comes first. And then, as a matter of necessity, we've got the office life. And from there, in this crazy utopian fantasy of a future that I'd like to have, there's also studio life involved. So that's why it's a home office studio. We broadcast our live video production out of the studio portion. So, getting a lot of questions about people unfamiliar with what's going on. I understand, kind of a new concept, kind of a unique take on the traditional social media management. This is a more engaging, user experience focused web presence strategy. And kind of unfamiliar. So we're going to get those 5 W's out there for people just to, I'm going to have a nice, easy benlive.tv/about, obviously, is where that's going to end up. And then we'll have the videos in there. But again, we broadcast live. That's how we do it. So today, I come on here at 9 a.m. to explain to you what's happening. Say, hey, go ahead and subscribe. Warning you though, if you're a subscriber, you're looking at about 5, maybe 6. I might drop a how in there. How to help? Oh, I don't know. We'll see where the day takes us. But yeah, so about 5 or 6 notifications, emails, however you get your subscriptions from Ben Live. And if you don't, then we can correct that. Go to benlive.tv. There's a subscribe link right there. There's a live feed link right there. You can hop on over to the YouTubes and see us on the monetized outlet. We like that, right? While the domain is in its kind of incubating stage here, just a HTML5 boilerplate, just to have a minimum viable product of a hub on the interwebs for you to meet with us. While that's still the case, obviously, prefer you to go to the YouTube live feed. That way you get those, friendly micro pennies stacking up in our account. Because that's what makes this possible. That's the reality of the broadcast here, is that, we run ads because we have to finance this operation. This technology is not free. They're neat toys, and I like to play with them, and that sort of, I do that on my own time, but, we gotta have the tech in-house in order to share with you the quality content that we're creating here. So you can check it all out. The project outline's there, but maybe not everyone wants to click on a PDF and all that. So I'm going to make a nice, easy about page covering our basics. That's it, though. Might be short today. Might be done before noon. I don't know. Might wait a little bit here. Put out a call to the social networks or something. Check in there. Work up some of these slides a little bit better, so I have a little bit more on the YouTube sides. I have a little something to show you there. I don't know. It's a relaxed broadcast. It's always a relaxed broadcast. So, let me tell you what we've done so far, right? The last few days, I got the Node.js stuff going, got the web server. It's still running locally, but it is always fun to be, working in a new backend language and be like, oh, okay, so this file here is serving over a network to this application here. That's fun. And it just opens up this potential, like, oh, so I could just ad hoc network and rah, rah, rah. It makes me start to have all sorts of fun ideas. But we're going to try to stay focused on our nice, open, public, accessible domain. And we're going to use a Node.js backend for that. And so that's going to be the full stack JavaScript web domain, which is new for me. Typically, I use PHP for the page serving side of our web applications, but moving forward, I see the benefits of a full stack JavaScript solution, and so I'd like to build one. Because why not, right? So I know some JavaScript. I know how JavaScript works. We use JavaScript for the front end interface stuff all the time already. So I tend to build my own JavaScript solutions. I don't like the bulk of an entire library, and especially some of the modern libraries that are getting pretty advanced, right? I don't need all that for these one-off solutions. I'll just write my own. And that's good. That makes the Node.js transition a little bit easier for us, right? So last couple days, been working on that stuff. Got a neat little light show there. If you're on Periscope, maybe you're watching the other day. You had this going on, but you might enjoy. They're going to turn. They're going to do it? No, there we go. How about? Yeah, so you can't really see it too well on the YouTubes. Are they on? Is the middle one dead already? No, it's green. Just can't see it very well. Yeah. Boop. Come on. Yeah. So we got some neat little light show stuff that we're playing with on Periscope. That's fun. And going to look into some more neat little, those were, what, $12? It's cheap, accessible sort of light show, visual enhancement stuff. And doing kind of a billboard on the internet style Periscope the other night. Just had light show going, just to let people know, hey, benlive.tv, we're doing stuff here. That's part of our where, right? So I can actually bring this up for you. Let me pull out a window over here. In fact, sorry. Usually I switch to the touchpad during the broadcast. So you don't hear a bunch of clicking. You don't want to hear a bunch of mouse clicking. So let me get rid of my precision fun mouse and switch over to our more silent approach. Although sometimes I sit here and bang on it. which is really not helpful. It's not pressure sensitive. Don't know why I do that. So yeah, BenLive.tv, your growth hacker. Thanks for tuning in. That's what I like to say when pages are loading, apparently. So we're going to go up to the BenLive, and we're going to look at the on-air documents. And let's see here. I had a doc called Questions. And let me drag that guy on over. I actually made this on the mobile. I was just sitting there using the Everything device during the pre-show time. Just dropped a little Google Doc in there. Helpful for your workflow if you're using server-side applications. If you're not using server-side applications, you might as well go ahead and start. There's no reason to be a holdout. And if you're concerned over security, we now have containers as a service. It's a software as a service with a focus on sort of, controlled, isolated areas of computing power for your particular enterprise. So you don't have to worry about, maybe your neighbors having more access than you're comfortable with your private proprietary information. All right, so let's bring up our little web in a box there. You can see on the YouTubes, if you're on Periscope, you don't get to see this part, but there's a little screencast web in the box for you with a live embed. In fact, if I click on that, it should, boom, all right, it switched over. A series of shorts, Ben Live, episode 33. And it is already muted, so that's helpful. Oh, that's fancy. Look at that. So I'm actually watching myself live in there, on there. See, that's how we do this. This is the recursion, the hashtag recursion. If you ever wonder, like, what does recursive mean? What is he talking about? It's the video inside of the video. And so if you're on the benlive.tv and you're watching the video inside of the video, you're actually watching me on benlive.tv with a video inside of a video inside of a video. And then we'll just go on like this indefinitely until my brain starts to hurt. No, actually, I'm just going to pause the embedded live feed there and switch over here to questions. That's a Google Doc. And so you can see there I've got the who is Ben McNulty, what is Ben Live, when is Ben Live, where is Ben Live, and why broadcast Ben Live. Right? And there's actually some words there filling out brief little explanations. I'm going to go ahead and convert that over into slides for each broadcast and have a little bit of additional info up there for you. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Building out this inevitable about page and getting the live recorded videos up there on the YouTubes. And this is definitely something that will be revisited. At some point we're going to have some studio enhancements. We're already looking at some nice matching chair coverings and things of that nature to really enhance the professional appeal and the polish of the broadcast. Moving into the new year, there's supposed to be a little bit more involvement. We have a silent partner on the project who is moving forward. I mean, we're at 4 months of doing this. This is not a new sort of flash in the pan idea. You're seeing some ongoing progressive enhancements in the product that you see now, although it might not appear to be ready for prime time. It's come quite a ways in the little bit of time that we've been doing this in the last 4 months or so. And so moving into the new year in 2016, we should have a little bit more commitment and a little bit more involvement from some partners in the project with some collaborative efforts. I've talked to some people after the holidays. They're going to come up here around some guests appearance, some creatives, some musical talents, people like that who want to be involved in this project. But obviously, we're all busy. We got things going on. So we'll continue enhancing this. What you see coming from the benlive.tv, coming from the home office studio here, you're going to see us continue to add these enhancements and improve the broadcast on an ongoing basis. So at some point, I'm obviously going to revisit. I'm going to have to put a current look. But it'll be fun to have this about page, and it'll be a resource for a lot of people who are having trouble explaining the broadcast to others. If you have friends or family who are like, well, what is this? Yeah, I have friends and family who are like, what are you doing again? I mean, I explained to them multiple times. Maybe they don't quite get it. Maybe I'm just a crazy person. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Maybe nobody wants this for their social media management. But based on my experiences and my education in this area, which is considerably more than just other sort of novice speculation outside sort of, oh, what do you do for a living? You punch numbers into internets, right? 1001000100001. It's like, well, yeah, okay. Essentially, yeah, that's it. Close enough. But in reality, this is a growth hacking outfit. And so there are multimedia creation benefits. You know, the technology here is just, it's fun. It's fun to be creative. Okay? And it doesn't make sense to kind of have to reinvent these abilities for everybody. You know, I've got friends and I have people in this area who want to be involved in this sort of thing, but they're not going to build a studio in their living room. I will. I'll do it. Fine. You guys will have to come to my house and it's called Ben Live, though. Right? It's only fair. But yeah, so moving forward in the new year, we're going to see some enhancements and some influx of resources. And so we're looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. But before that happens, we'd like to have the new Node.js full stack JavaScript domain up and running. And so I'll switch back over here to the Ben Live domain and I'll show you the Ben's resume link. Now, if you were to go to the Ben's resume link on benlive.tv, you can see that there's been some modifications there. There's been some enhancements, and some of the issues that I brought to your attention during our previous broadcast, I have modified those. I have updated the language there to reflect some more current trends in technology. And I recommend that anyone do that. You got to keep your resume current. That should be a primary focus for most people. So again, I will be broadcasting multiple sessions today. It's not just going to be one live feed. Be aware. If you're subscribing or if you've got the emails, then be aware. I'm going to do about 5 more of these today. Usually just go one straight through. With Periscope, I'm probably just going to drop that off and take the mount off of the desk while we do this part of it. But that will be, we got the mount here so that we can do these live feed enhanced broadcast sessions here. Because we want to reach other networks, and it seems that people are engaging more actively on these real-time multimedia networks. And so, makes sense. YouTube's not really the first place people go for live video. Eventually, it might become that. There is a live beta right now, and live video, as the technology, the broadband technology, has expanded out there, then more people are getting into it. And I don't know. It takes a certain type of person to want to sit here and talk to the internet in real time. So you got one here, right? Aren't you so grateful? BenLive.tv. Episode 33, a series of shorts. Not really going to be a continuous episode here. I'm not going to go back and patch on these series of shorts to the tail end of this. This is the introductory video for the series of shorts. Not even going to be a part of the playlist. I will have it. It'll be a YouTube playlist, like an About Ben type of playlist at first, and it will eventually become a part of the Node.js rebuild once that's happening. So, appreciate you tuning in wherever you're coming from. We're going to go ahead and stop that one there and the Periscope. And where are we on the YouTube? It's been about 20 minutes here. So let me show you some kitties, because I know you want some kitties. The kittens are doing good well. They're, I think, probably sleeping. They were being a little bit rambunctious. I had to turn off the kitty cam to stop the broadcast and start this one. But it was unfortunate, the timing of it, because the kitties were really starting to get active. So maybe they'll do something for us on the kitty cam. I'm not going to kick on the kitty cam because I'm going to be using the computer in the between time, and I'm going to be stopping and starting the broadcast here a few times. So I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'm going to do a little bit more prep on the slides and things like that. So this might be a bit larger break than what you're going to get later in the broadcast. They're going to be coming a bit more rapid fire. But for now, let me switch over. Go full screen. There's one. There you go. There's some kitten in the box action. We like that. So going to go ahead and roll the audio for you. But again, this is just the first in a series of short videos today. And stay tuned, because coming to you live via the interwebs in probably, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes or so, you're going to get a Who is Ben McNulty segment. And that one might be a bit longer than the other broadcast, because I love to talk about myself. I really don't know how to shut up about myself. And if you're familiar with the show, you're probably familiar with this content that's coming. But, we're going to cover all the bases for you today. So if you're really curious about what's going on, or if you have somebody who wants to know what's going on, say, hey, watch this series of videos, right? Watch the series of shorts, the About Ben playlist, it'll eventually be called. So, anyway, it's December 10th, 2015. Been doing this since August, right? So that's fun. A little bit of established record of footage. Oh, look at the fluff. It's like they're just trying to get closer. That's how they've been getting up there. They were on the desk. They were up near the computer. We're gonna have to raise the computer here soon. But now I get it. They've been using the box to hop on. I'm on to you. I know your game, a fluffa and a stripey. Anyway, watch the kittens. I'm gonna play the music and cut the video here soon. So I'll be back. I think the video is not coming through there, or the audio. Sorry, here, let me play it through this one. I hope it was there for the beginning of the broadcast. That's sad.